Good morning, precious. What? Happy Wednesday. I know my hair all everywhere. Yeah, that wind disrespectful this morning. Let me get it for you. Let me get it together. How you doing? It's Wednesday. You ready? You ready to get started? Yeah, who just jumped in? Hey, Lydell, how you doing, baby? Yeah, guys. Well, this morning I ain't gonna be no different than any other. I'm gonna jump right on in with the conversation. Yes, I am. And the only thing that I want to talk to y'all this morning about is, and it's just for the parents who, single parents, raising the kids by themselves. Either not a lot of cooperation from the other parent, or you've totally just isolated the other parent from the child. Either way. Hey, Miss Tanya, boo, how you doing, baby? Either way, you're raising this child independently somewhat. And just wondering, do you have conversations with your baby about how they feel? About how they feel about not seeing their parent, the other parent, whether it be the mom or the dad. I'm just curious to know, do you do that? I'm gonna tell y'all something funny too. This is it's kind of connected to what I was about to say to y'all, but it ain't gonna come to the end of it. Hey Jayhawk, hey Ontario. But I had a parent yesterday. We was talking, and the nature of the conversation was basically about the the two households, and the baby, her not wanting the baby to go over to dad's house, and her reasons for not wanting the baby to go over there. Then her not liking the stepmom, and her reasons for not liking the stepmom. All that shit be like blah, 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 to me when you be talking, because that's a foreign language to me. Because you already know how I feel about that when it comes to these babies. Everybody that you have in your baby's life needs to be connected in some kind of way. So that means if this baby is in a situation where they're going from house to house, and one of the situations is or both situations where the parents are married, remarried, and moved on, it has to be connections made with those individuals that's in that other household. Because when your baby is over there with their daddy, that mom is their mom when they're over there. So the same respect, the same way that you behave, that child behaves in the home with their biological mom, that behavior has to be demonstrated in that other household. So therefore, it has to be a relation there. It has to be ties there. The biological mom should be cool with that stepmom. Fix it, Jesus. That biological dad should be cool with that stepdad. Y'all lucky I can't do that dance. I'll bust it on you. You lucky. So these are the type of things that we were talking about in our conversation when she was trying to rationalize and make me understand why she was keeping that baby from that daddy. But you gotta be quicker than that. Pull that bullshit on me, Miss Wardlaw. It don't go like that. Not with me. You got to make it make sense to me, because I got to make it make sense to this child when we in that family meeting. So that was one aspect that we discussed. And then I told her that you have to have a relationship with dad. Yeah, that same dude that you laid up with and had that baby back. And that's where that co-parenting workshop come in, that guys, that I will be unleashing in April. Yes. I hope y'all can't see my boobies. That I will be unleashing in April. So therefore, yeah. I said, you're supposed to be talking to that man at least once a week, texting, some form of communication. Y'all got a baby. Y'all got a child. You know what that lady told me on the phone? She said, Miss Warlock, you live in fairy tale land. I said, fairy tale land. Ain't nothing that I mentioned to her in that conversation. Hey, boo, good, and you? This coffee, and put the rest on pump 2. Yes, sir. Have a good one. Yeah. She said fairy tale land. Good morning, sweetie. Finding you. You better come on with it. How you doing, baby? Shit. Got me over the door. You better run. Goddamn, you better run. So yeah, you know, she told me I live in fairy tale land, boo. That conversation was so funny to me. I just had to put the phone down for a second. Like, fairy tale land? Like, what do you mean? Why is this not obtainable? Why the stuff that I'm telling you don't make sense? When last time you talked to your baby? I just broke on her. When last time you talked to your baby? And ask your baby how they feel about the situation, you know? And I say that because kids will tell it. They'll tell it. They'll tell it every time if you ask them. Ask that baby how they feel about that dad. Ask that baby how they feel about that stepmama. Just to see the thoughts. You know what I mean? Just see how that baby feel. And I guarantee you, that baby gonna tell you that they miss their daddy. I guarantee you that baby gonna tell you that they miss their mama. I guarantee you. That's that baby gonna tell you. And unless that person, that other parent is abusive to that child, or is living a lifestyle that is not one of bringing a child up in, such as substance abuse issues where there's no treatment involved, that person is not stable, or, you know, it's a long list of reasons why a child, you know, should not be subjected to certain things in a household. But for the most part, that's that child's mom and that's that child's dad. So then we got on the topic of how I felt as far as helping the baby mama and the baby daddy. She like, see, Miss Ward, like, you going too goddamn going far. Ain't no way I'm going to be paying for this and doing that and doing that. And I said, well, why not? She laughed at me. And then I had to give her a specific situation, you know, for her to understand where I'm coming. No, I don't want you to take care of the household unless you're financially able to. And that's an agreement that you guys have all came up with. Then, yeah, that's something different. But for the most part, simple things, you know what I mean? It can be because your baby daddy got a business and you refer people to him. Something as simple as that. Something as simple. Hey, baby, how you doing? Something as simple as that. It just referring business, just being supportive. If the child comes in and tells you about what the other person's doing, the step parents doing, don't stamp on their dreams. Don't stomp on their dreams. You know what I mean? Be encouraging every time you're talking about the other parent. It's just so many levels, man, and I ain't even got time to talk to y'all about all of them. But just know the conversation that me and her had yesterday, it was alarming, because it seems like we go so much out our way to either compete with the other parent after separation or divorce, or we spend so much time trying to tear that other parent down, and I don't think we think about the babies. And y'all know that be my end result at the end of the day. It's all about the baby. So I wanted her to ask the baby how they felt, because it seems like to me, if the child is genuine about letting you know how they feel, and if they telling you things like they miss their parent and they love their parent and things of that nature, then I feel like, are you able to keep that baby in other parents' life? So that led into us talking about helping one another, you know, and she couldn't understand my logic in that. It's like, if you helping that other parent, think about what you showing your child. Think about the maturity level that you showing your child that you on. Think about the growth that you showing your child. You showing your child that you was able to move on. You showing your child that you have grown from the situation and what you've learned. You showing your child that you don't have no ill feelings. You showing your child that you putting that child first, because no matter how you feel about that other parent, your main focus is this child. And by that focus being your child, you're going to do things different. You're going to move different. You know what I mean? You're not going to talk bad about you with that parent. You gonna reach out to that parent. You gonna talk to that parent. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. When my daughter was ever unhappy about what was going on in her dad's home, I would always try to comfort her. I would always try to redirect her if it was any negative vibes, and then I would call him and tell him how she was feeling, so that hopefully when she comes back over there, they can resolve it, or maybe he can reach out to her and resolve it. But that got to be a two-way street, people. That has to be a two-way street. So it's like, You can be doing that on one end, but on that end over there, it wasn't the same passion given to me. If my baby had an issue with me, I never knew about it because nobody ever reached out to me. He never reached out to me to tell me. So then that led into our conversation talking about communication. Yeah, when you call attitude adjustment, boo, we gets it in. We gets it in because I need to know what I'm working with. I need to know what I'm dealing with before I even enroll your child into this program, because after a lengthy conversation like that, sometimes we can come up with the fact that your child might not need attitude adjustment. Your child might need therapy. Your child might just need his dad, or your child might just need his mom, or your child might need all these other things that I can refer to you to, where your child don't need to go through no jail tour. That ain't gonna do nothing for him. That ain't gonna do nothing for him. He gonna be sitting in there trying to figure out why is he there. It's no need for him to come through here. What he needs is to be around his dad. Sometimes that's it. That solves the problem right there. That solves the problem. So therefore, although I would like to enroll you in my wonderful program, sometimes it's not needed. And that's where that communication comes in, that, y'all got to be on the same page, because both parents usually have something in mind or a vision in mind for how they want that child to grow up and how they want that child to be. And if you guys are not communicating about those things, you raising a child, you're not even raising this child. This child just growing up. This child just growing up because it has no direction. See, as a parent, when you talk to your child, you find out what your child want to do for a living, then we start making preparations to make that dream come true or make that dream happen. Whether it be investing in that child, whether it be you sitting down and you helping your child develop a plan on what they're going to do, what school they're going to attend, what program they want to see. You're helping your child in that process. But if you raising your child one way and the other parent is raising their child another way, it's confusion. You got a child that's all over the place and don't know what to do. So it's very important. I say all that to say, it's very important for you to have some type of relationship with your baby mama or your baby daddy, no matter how you feel about them. And that's, I was just all that to say that. So I want y'all to have a good Wednesday. It was a couple other things I wanted to talk about. Yeah, that's a public service announcement. Where did we get to the point where we just taking grocery carts from the grocery store? Guys, I done rolled past 20 carts just to come here to get my coffee in my neighborhood. And I'm telling you, I am so irritated behind that. What happened to the good old days where you just use the jitney at the store to take you home? I don't get it. I don't understand. Stop taking these carts from the grocery store and leaving them in the neighborhood. And that probably don't mean nothing to nobody but the people that's taking the carts from the grocery store and leaving them in the neighborhood. So you enjoy your Wednesday. This is Shakenya with Coffee and Conversation. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Shakenya, so you can see all the videos. And I'm out. Mwah. It won't let me leave you.